What's up, guys? It's Adam and Javin. We're doing a podcast talking about the Giants game, talking about the win over the Cowboys. We're gonna be talking about the Eagles versus the football team and Doug Peterson's decision to at the end of the game, very controversial decision. And we're gonna be talking about a little bit about uh, the Giants offseason and where we think this team is going and the direction they're heading. But first, let me introduce you to my good friend Javin. Say what's up, Jav.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. So, Jav, let's start with the Giants and Cowboy game because that's where it all started. That's where it all started. I think a key we should focus on first is the defense because I think the defense really carried us this game. So we could talk about let's talk about Leonard Williams because Leonard Williams had a monster game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Andy Dalton got sacked 6 times
Mm.
the game, and Leonard Williams was responsible for half of them,
Yeah, he
which
was
is, pretty fucking amazing.
he was amazing, and he didn't get a sack on this play, but he was responsible for the McKinney touchdown at the end, the pick. I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yep.
so he was phenomenal. But the defense as a whole played great. I thought Leonard Williams played great. I thought
hmm
Bradbury played great. I thought Blake played great. And I even thought some McKinney, Love, who played outside for the first time or second time this season, thought they all played great. I thought Patrick Graham called a brilliant game. And as a whole, I thought they played great. I mean, Andy Dalton, if it wasn't for his legs, he couldn't do anything. He looked confused the whole game.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure coming to him the whole game, which was good to see. And, let up some passes, like some passes that you think it's like, damn. It's like, maybe we got to lock this shit up. But, I mean,
Mm.
the offense only scored 6 points without the kicker.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like if
One
what's his
touchdown.
name?
The defense only
Yeah,
gave up one touchdown, which is
Zurline. If he wasn't in the game, it's a completely different game.
he what was it, a 60-yarder?
Oh,
I
that's a good
forgot. It was
question.
50 something, I think. Almost 60. He had a freaking I think it was 50. I have to check, but 57, 55, something like that.
57 long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
57. Yeah. If he didn't
guy's
hit,
got a fucking bionic leg. apparently.
yeah. But the defense, I thought played amazing. I thought the pressure they were getting, and the pre-looks that they were disguising was amazing.
hmm
Because there was times they don't call hike, and he didn't know what the heck he was looking at. You could tell he called hike, and he doesn't know what the Giants are doing. And you've seen it with some of the throws. Some of the throws were way overthrown, or he just had to throw it away. A lot of scrambling. He didn't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, what is it? Um, shit, I was gonna say something, I forgot.
Let me.
Well, I mean, let's talk about Patrick Graham. I mean, he was with the Giants before, right?
Mm,
Defensive line coach.
mm,
Then we brought him back in, and I mean, a big part of our win streak, like towards the end of the season when we got hot, was, I mean, the defense. The defense played spectacular. The end of the season when we didn't like run them into the ground some of the games.
mm.
Defense played absolutely spectacular. I mean, I don't remember because I mean it's been a long time since the Giants have been good. It's
Yeah.
been a while since I've seen some good defense, and
Yeah.
our defense definitely
Probably that.
picked it up, stepped up.
Probably that 2016 team was probably a lot of defense. That was
Yeah,
good, and that was what was it, the no fly zone we had?
yeah, something like that.
Landon Collins and Jack Rabbit.
Yeah,
Mm. So
I like that. I like that defense too.
wasn't sustainable, but it was good that year.
And then we went on the boat, and then whatever happened.
All right,
happened
let's get back on track.
after
Uh, let's talk about Zeke. 14 carries, 42 rushing yards, one touchdown, which was for Zeke. That's nothing. I mean, I thought they did a great job, run defense
Oh yeah,
wise.
it's stuff in him.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
for
it.
sure.
If it wasn't for Andy Dalton, who was the lead rusher in the game, they couldn't get anything on the ground.
You can never doubt Vanilla Vic.
It's vanilla
Always
Vic.
said that. But I mean, yeah, 3 yards per carry for fucking Ezekiel Elliott.
He was shut.
And then, but he ended up getting hurt, right?
Yeah,
I think he didn't
that
even
that
play for a while.
that was very weird. The whole situation with Zeke, because I think it was like the first play of the game. his leg is hurting, takes himself out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They put in Pollard. Then he comes back into the game, and before they even have a chance to call hike, he takes himself out again. It was weird. He didn't get to see the ball until the second half.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very very weird. I
Yeah, for sure.
think especially the week 17, division on the line. You think might want to play through it, but
I mean, you never know what someone's going through, you know.
yeah, for sure.
But I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I mean, shit like that could shorten your career when you just force yourself to play injured, shit like that.
yeah.
Especially for a running back,
Mm.
when if you're not Frank Gore and Adrian Peterson, you're probably playing only like 6 good years, maybe,
No shot to
which
Zeke,
sucks.
yeah, but I just thought the whole situation was weird. He came in, then left. They came back in, they took himself out. I thought
Yeah, definitely.
that was
Definitely.
a little weird. It benefited the Giants.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
What did Tony Pollard do? He had 5 carries, 15 yards. That's nothing.
I mean, 3 yards per carry.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
Like I said, Andy Dalton, 7 yards, 6.9 yards per carry.
Yeah.
That guy is unstoppable on the ground.
Yeah, it's similar to what we had against Lamar and Kyler Murray and stuff.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton's he's not like those guys, but it's just
Oh yeah.
it
Definitely.
seems that the quarterback seems to run a lot against us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what's the reason for that. If I'm being honest.
I don't know either. Probably not sealing the edge is good. I don't know. Maybe it's a scheme thing. Maybe they,
Yeah.
probably a scheme thing. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you want to talk about the offense
Uh,
for the Giants?
we can talk about the offense, but final note on the defense. Played great. Played great the whole year. Really carried us this year.
Absolutely.
Leonard Williams 11 half sacks this year to finish it. Yeah, 11 half.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster year. I hope Giants need to bring him back.
Yeah, definitely.
That
He played really, really good.
I think that might be priority number one this offseason. Bringing Leo back.
Mhm.
They locked up
Yeah, I
Ryan.
can see that.
Yeah, they locked up Ryan already. They got to make a decision on Leo. Got to make a decision on Tomlinson. But I think no question, Leonard Williams is a top priority this offseason, number one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, he always pressuring, always doing something. You love to see that.
Definitely made that trade look a lot better now, a year later, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go into the offense a little bit.
Yep.
Let's start with
I mean, yeah, you want to start?
yeah. Let's talk about Daniel Jones. I think we both agree Daniel Jones played pretty good, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he had a rough season.
Hmm.
Can't, without a doubt. He had some hard games, but I mean, I think when it really mattered, he stepped up. He did what he had to do, and I mean, we got the win. So I mean, can't fault Daniel Jones for that.
And he was playing a little injured.
Yeah.
The hamstring was still bothering him a little bit. Listen, I thought he was really making some making some incredible throws. He really was. He was putting stuff in very tight windows. The pocket was okay. He had time to throw, but it wasn't perfect. But I thought he was putting balls in people's hands, and even if the receivers didn't want to catch it, they couldn't. Like the Pettis touchdown goes
Yeah.
right through his hands, hits him in the face, and he
That
catches
shit
it.
was ridiculous.
Yeah. So even if Pettis had no intention of catching that, I don't think he had a choice. That's how perfect the throw Danny Jones was making today.
I think there were some throws that were a little under
Yeah.
thrown. But I mean, what do you have? 68% completion, right?
Mm.
Fucking
229 yards,
yep.
2 touchdowns,
17 for 25.
and a pick that was obviously Danny Jones' fault, right?
Yeah. I mean, whose else's fault could it be?
Definitely wasn't our Pro Bowl tight end's fault. No way.
No, absolutely.
Can't be Evan Ingram. But I thought Daniel Jones showed some real toughness this game, some real grit. He's very Eli-esque on his birthday, no less.
I mean, that's always been the thing since he got drafted, right? It's like this is literally Eli Manning.
Yeah, a little Eli.
Every time.
Mm-hmm. He's always gonna get compared to Eli. There's just no stopping the comparison,
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, if he's coming up when we need him to come up in games that are important for us, like that, I mean, fuck it.
Yeah,
That's not a bad comparison to make.
that's a good note. Yeah. Let's talk about Shepard. I thought Sterling Shepard had the second best game on offense behind Daniel Jones. I mean, Sterling Shepard played amazing. I mean, 8 catches, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns, one rushing, one receiving. Listen, some fans are a little on the fence about Shepard. Some people think they're overrated. I think those fans are crazy. I love Sterling Shepard. I mean, this guy is a real gamer. He really is. I mean, big game, and he's been dealing with some injuries himself this year. And he's going out there getting separations, running routes. The routes that he was running was amazing. You know, the Cowboy defense couldn't really stop him at all. I mean, I thought
He
he,
was, you know,
mm,
he did what he had to do.
yeah, I thought I thought Shepard played a real game. My respect for Shepard is so high. I love that guy, man. He's a definition of a gamer for real.
He's been really good ever since we got him.
Yeah, and you could
I've always liked him.
and you could tell that's Daniel Jones' favorite target. I mean, it feels like
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was Slayton for a little while, but I mean, he was been kind of quiet the last couple of games.
he's been quiet for majority of the season, to be honest. Kind of
I mean, he's our leading receiver this year.
yeah, but I think he goes games and drives and he's like non-existent. Slayton.
Yeah, I still really like Slayton. I'm very
Yeah,
very high on
yeah, for
Slayton.
sure, for sure. But I think it was just when you look at Shepard, it's just guys is just always good, you know. And he has a great connection, DJ. We could talk about let's talk about the running backs or specifically Gallman.
All right, I'm gonna be honest.
Mm.
There are points in this game where I definitely thought that people on the Giants were betting on the Dallas Cowboys to win.
He thought Gallman was one of them.
I thought Gallman and Evan Ingram were like in the fix for Dallas to win the game. Because holy shit, I mean, with Evan Ingram's All Pro fucking volleyball play,
Mm.
and then Wayne Gallman, I don't know what that fumble was. I actually have no idea.
Wait, which fumble though? He had two.
The one at the end
Yeah, I mean,
where he's fucking running, he gets past the person, and instead of just, I mean, because he has the first down,
game's
right?
over. Gets the first down.
Which is, I mean, I guess it's hard to see in the actual game compared to the TV because the TV have a fucking big yellow line.
Mm.
But I mean, he just drops it out of nowhere, and then sits on it, and somehow he comes up with the ball, which is the craziest part to me. But I swear to God, for 5 minutes when I was watching them try to figure out whose ball it was, I I I knew somewhere in my heart Wayne Gallman put money on Dallas Cowboys to win.
I think all Giant, I think all Giants fans for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was, every Giant fan wanted to kill Wayne Gallman, man. They wanted to kill him, man. The first fumble was pretty bad on its own. Second drive gave gave uh Cowboys a field goal, and the second fumble was just you just can't make that stuff up for the Giants, you know. Gets the first down, you know, it's their defense knows we're running it. The Giants know they're running it. We get the first down. All you have to do is go down, and the game's over. And somehow the ball pops up. He lands on it on his butt, and for a minute we all thought the Cowboys got it because you know the Cowboys they jumping up and down, pointing. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Yeah, they were going insane.
And then the one official says Giants got it, and another official Cowboys got it, and you're just like, oh my god, are the Giants really gonna lose? But you know, thankfully, he somehow got the ball in that pile. I don't know what the hell happened in that pile, but he ended up with it.
Yeah, I mean, I wish you could get like a like some kind of camera in there to see all the shit that goes on somehow.
Yeah.
'Cause I need to see how the fuck Gallman got, because he was like on his ass, sitting on the bull, and then like 5 people jump on him. I thought like he broke his neck or some shit, and then somehow in the replay they're showing him with the ball on the ground, fucking hugging it. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I wish I could see it.
Let's just be thankful that he ended up with it.
Yeah, thank Christ.
Yeah. All right. Now let's go to the most controversial player on the Giants right now. Would you agree? On Evan Ingram.
I mean, yeah, nobody comes close.
I mean, the guy is full of talent, super talented guy, but it's every week with these deflections that
Yeah.
it's right in his hands, and it's not the fact that he doesn't catch it, because I think if he didn't catch it, it wouldn't be as maddening. But it's the fact that when it goes off his hands, it always ends up in the air, and when it ends up in the air, it ends up in the DB's hands. It's a pick, and it's so maddening to see that every
Hmm.
week. You know,
Without a doubt. I mean,
six six of Daniel Jones's intos this year has come from a pass directed towards Evan Ingram and off his hands and up in the air, and six in one season.
yeah. I mean, I don't understand why it goes up in the air every single time. I really don't
Um,
get it.
let's do a little prediction right now. Yes or no? Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Is Evan Ingram a Giant next season? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
You think so?
I think. I mean, because if you look at his stats, it doesn't look bad.
Mm.
But I mean, when you watch every game this season, and at some points this is a very difficult season to watch. Oh my god! But I mean, like, I think I like Caden Smith.
He's an okay player. He's solid.
Yeah, I mean, I think Evan Ingram's gonna be a Giant next year. To be honest with you, I'm gonna have to be completely honest.
If I had a decision, I don't think he is, man. I think the Giants might want to upgrade at the tight end, man.
Oh no, listen. If I had the decision, I wouldn't have him as my tight end next season.
Okay, okay. So you're saying you're right because I phrased it in a way that you think the Giants will keep him, not would you keep him.
Yeah, I think the Giants are going to keep him.
That's fair. That's very fair. I don't think they let him walk. I mean, how do you let the guy walk? Or in a trade, what would you get back? I don't see any team giving up a first round pick for
I mean, get another Pro Bowler for him.
him. Yeah, Pro Bowl tight end, you can't even get a first round pick for him. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny. But if you're not gonna get a first round pick, and you might not even get a second round pick, I think it's just best to keep him and manage your asset and just you have another year of him. Might as well just let him
Yeah.
play and finish out the deal and see where we are in a year from now for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now Giants win 1923. Great win. You know, Giants fans are happy. They're hyped. You know, all we need to do is Eagles to lose. I mean, sorry, Eagles to win. So we wait around 6 hours, 7 hours, waiting for this Eagle game. We're fly Eagles fly. We're rooting for them.
Yeah, I mean, I tweeted "Fly Eagles Fly"
Yeah.
twice with a fucking gif of Jalen Hurts, and I mean, I was in pain typing those tweets.
Yeah. It was definitely not easy going for the Eagles. And the Eagles kind of
No, not
showed
at all.
why it's so freaking difficult to root for them. But anyways,
Yeah, without a doubt.
the game starts and the Redskins go up 10-0 quick, easy,
Hmm.
and you're just like, oh crap, the Giants have no chance. The Eagles are gonna lose. But Jalen Hurts was playing really well. He was playing very well. Got him back in the game. I think they actually went up at halftime,
Oh yeah. No, was it at halftime?
or maybe after halftime they go up, and you're just thinking like, you know, the Eagles can win. The defense is playing great. The pass rush is doing good on them. Jalen Hurts I thought he was having a great game. I thought he was making some tough throws on the run, getting out of the pocket, rushing the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched much football this season besides the Giants.
Mm.
But I mean, this might be like one of like the only like 5 games other than the Giants that I've watched this season.
Mm.
And I mean, I didn't think Jalen Hurts played bad enough to warrant what happened to him
Yeah. Let's talk
by any means.
before we get to that. Let's talk about the decision when it was 4th and 5, I think,
Yep.
on the on the Redskins 5, the football team's 5, and Doug Peterson, instead of kicking the field goal to tie the game, decides to go for it. I mean, if that wasn't an omen for him trying to lose that game, I don't know what is, because
Yeah. I
that
think at that point he just really showed like, yeah, I'm here to tank.
yeah, I have no desire to win this game, because how do you not kick the field goal right there, tie the game, and give yourself a chance to get one stop and go up, the next drive.
Yeah.
I thought that was bad. I'll give him a little credit because if Jalen Hurts made a better throw on that play, it was
Yeah.
a touchdown. I mean, the I don't know what receiver it was, but receiver gets open late. Jalen Hurts had him, under through the ball bounces. Now it's Redskin ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the game plays out. Here comes the fourth quarter, right? And I mean, Doug Pearson does like the unthinkable. He takes out Jalen Hurts. The only reason they were really in the game, their best chance to win the
Yeah.
game. Doesn't even put in Carson Wentz. Listen, if he wanted to lose, he should have put in Carson Wentz. I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, he put in Stuppard. How do you pronounce his name?
Nate Sudfeld.
Sudfeld. Okay, the guy who's been on the team for 4 years. He's been on the bench. He's a third, fourth string quarterback, and Doug Peterson decides, okay, let's see what this guy got. Like we don't know
Yeah.
what the hell this guy has been doing for the 4 years he's been on the team. I mean, like no, like it's so frustrating because it's not about the fact that we wanted them to win because we're Giants fans. It's about the respect of the game. It's about trying to win. I mean, the NFL pushed their game to a primetime game because this
Yeah.
game mattered. It might not have mattered for the Eagles, but it mattered for the rest of the NFL. I mean, it mattered for the Giants. It could have mattered for the Cowboys if they had won. It definitely mattered for the Redskins because they needed to win this game or else they weren't making the playoffs at all. And I felt like he undermined the NFL as a whole. I honestly, I was disgusted when he made that decision. I mean, it's just no respect for the game. On How do you feel about it?
I mean, as a Giants fan, it was this game was like so much like anxiety building up and shit, waiting to see what's gonna happen. Eagles aren't playing like half of their fucking
Starters,
players,
yeah,
but like Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts playing for his job.
yeah.
It's not like he's just there to fuck around. It's not like he has the starting position locked up. He still has to deal with Carson Wentz if he doesn't get traded.
I think it's kind of messed up because they lose that game, they get a higher draft pick, but that draft pick, it's a good quarterback class. I mean, taking Jalen Hurts out, that if they like a quarterback come draft time, that could be his replacement. I mean, I think that's messed up. You take him out like that, don't even give him a shot to finish the game, and then
Yeah.
there might be some implication there. I mean, what if Justin Fields is there at their pick? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna take him? What happens? I feel like it was really
Uh-huh.
messed up. They kind of undermined Ja- uh, um,
Jalen Hurts
Jalen
for
Hurts.
sure.
Yeah,
And I think something like that really fucks up like team chemistry and shit like that. Like, how does Jalen Hurts trust Doug Peterson if he makes it, if he doesn't get fired? Which I don't think he will.
that's a great point. I think that I wouldn't be stunned if he got fired, but I also wouldn't be stunned if he got his job. That's where I am with Peterson.
Yeah, I mean, I think something like that really just messes up progression in a player, their confidence, and all around team chemistry. I mean, you saw there was a video yesterday of Carson Wentz,
Jace Peters.
yeah, and Kelsey outside like hours after the game just talking
Yeah,
about what the fuck just happened. I don't know that shit.
they definitely weren't talking about what they're doing in the offseason. Not to be that.
Oh yeah,
Off-season
that, I
plans.
mean,
They
yeah,
they were talking about like what the hell just happened. Like I don't know how if you're Doug Peterson, how do you look your players in the eyes? 53 people, you have 53-man roster, 53 people in the clubhouse or the locker room, and how do you tell them that no, I wanted to win this game.
yeah. I think he said after he goes like someone asked him like, yeah, what was the decision on that? He goes, yeah, I was coaching to win. Like obviously, you weren't. Like your best chance to win is with Jalen Hurts.
Mhm.
You've practiced with Nate Sudfeld. You know he's not ready to play fucking
NFL.
in the NFL.
Yeah.
He looks scared.
he
He looks scared half the time.
he is what he is, a third string, fourth string guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, I mean, we don't. Obviously, Giants fans were upset, right?
Mhm.
We can't blame it all on the Eagles because there are a lot of games where we could have won,
Yeah.
like by 3 points, you know.
Yeah.
But like just the way that the Eagles went out was just really sad. Like if they lost with Jalen Hurts, I can't be mad. They tried, but it's like the benched him. He has the only scores on the team, and they bench him because Doug Peterson makes like a bonehead call, goes for a fucking 4th and 5 touchdown when he could just tie it up, and then he benches him for his shitty play calling. I don't understand that. That was just insane to me.
Mm-hmm. Listen, when it comes down to when the season's week 17, you never want to rely on someone else, another team, winning or
Yeah,
losing.
without a doubt.
You gotta control your own destiny at some point. 6-10, that's not gonna get you into the playoffs any other year, but this year really. So there's some of these games. I thought the Rams game. I thought even week 1 against the Steelers, I thought we had a good chance. The Bears game early. Uh,
The Philly game.
the Philly game, the first Cowboy game when we versed them. I thought that was one of, you know, some of these games you can't start the season 1-7 or whatever we were. You can't dig
Yeah,
yourself in a hole.
yeah, for
And when
sure.
the Giants had an opportunity to control their own destiny, they whiffed.
Yep.
They had 3 games. They had Arizona, the Browns, and the Ravens. And
Yep.
all they had to do was win one game of those 3, and they would be in a great position to win the division. But they don't show up. Albeit they dealt with some injuries those 3 games. Daniel Jones getting hurt was definitely a big loss, and getting him back at not 100% healthy, it definitely affected the team and the chances of winning. But they didn't show up any of those 3 games. And then now, come week 17, you're versing the Cowboys, and now you have to rely not only on a win, but the Eagles to beat the Redskins, and that's not you never want to be in that situation as a team.
Yeah, without a doubt. It just, I mean, the way the Eagles went out, just really.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're gonna let. This is how I'm seeing it. Like you essentially let Washington walk onto your field, and just let them celebrate their fucking division
Yeah,
in your home
their
field.
division, division win.
Like I'm saying, if the Eagles tried their best, which I thought they did in the first 3 quarters to win, I can't be upset about
Yeah,
that.
outside that field goal though, the gophering it, they went for it on the 4th down. Other than
That,
that,
that's at the point when the tanking started,
yeah,
though. At that point, that was like, do you remember with the Jets? I think against the Raiders,
yeah, the
he
cover
made some
0,
crazy ass play.
the
Yeah, yeah,
cover
yeah.
0,
Yep.
the Greg Williams.
That's when I knew it was like, yep, they're tanking.
You give
But like this is
listen,
egregious.
listen. You can give shit to the Jets all you want, but there's no doubt that the players and even Adam Gase, who's horrible, he's got fired, thankfully. But they they tried to win. They didn't take Sam Donald out and put in freaking third string Morgan. They didn't do that. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean Mike White.
yeah, like they went out there and tried to win. Now they didn't win because they were bad and Adam Gase is horrible, but they weren't blatant. Like they didn't take out Jalen Hurts and just say, okay, we want to lose. They're so very disrespectful from the Eagles. I don't know. And you've seen the Giants players on Twitter, present Giants, former Giants.
Yeah, all going
All
crazy.
Brandon Jacobs was hilarious. He was like, he was just coming at the Eagles, and nobody hits the Eagles more than Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Brandon Jacobs, man, funny guy.
There's an Eli tweet. I'm sorry, really quick.
Mhm.
He goes, this is why we don't like this is why we don't like the Eagles.
Yeah,
And then some Eagles player responded to him. I can't remember who, because I could give a shit less about the Eagles if I'm being honest with you.
uh huh.
But he responded. He goes, "Yeah, we don't like you either." But it's like, okay, you don't like us, but I mean, y'all just went out so sad.
Mhm.
Like, sad, bro. That shit was so bad. I don't know, bro. That was just it's terrible.
I think you have to ask whatever player that was. Do you like the football team? Because you did them a huge solid. I mean, you must, you might hate the Giants, but I question if they were rooting for the football team to get in.
I don't know, man. That shit. That what a game.
Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, I think as a season as a whole, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of positives, a lot of negatives. But, I still think we're going in the right direction.
Listen, it's our best record since 2016.
Yeah. That's
After we started 1-7, somehow we ended up getting one of the best records we had since we've made it to the playoffs.
that's a very good point. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, you're right. This team has been kind of a shit show for the past how many years? 4 years,
Yeah.
and now it actually kind of feels like we're heading in some kind of direction. It feels
Yeah,
like
I'm excited to watch Giants football.
yeah, it feels like there's more wins in our future than losses, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And let's talk about what the Giants could do to get more wins next season, right?
Yep, sounds good to me.
What so? What do you think our biggest need? Number one. What's their biggest need this
I
offseason?
mean, do you want like a funny answer? You want a serious answer?
Let me get the serious answer first.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't think the O line played that bad the last game,
Hmm.
but I still think it could use improvement.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is true with any quarterback, but when Daniel Jones gets a clean pocket, he just looks so much better.
Hmm.
And I'm not ready to move on from Daniel Jones.
Me neither.
I don't think he had a I don't think he had because I mean there's some Giants fans that just wanted his head. Like he didn't have he wasn't playing like Carson Wentz, bro. Like relax, bro.
Hmm.
He's okay.
It's only his second year too.
He, yeah, I mean I don't know. I think he needs a better line, obviously. Um I don't know, maybe I would love a corner that could catch. That would be
A
great.
second corner next to Bradbury.
Yep. Fuck, because Bradbury playing his ass off. Jabril Peppers playing. I mean, our defense. I think our defense is really good.
Hmm. How'd you like Julian Love at the second corner? I thought he played pretty good.
Yeah, I think he played good too. He was in there, bro. Like every defensive play, he was there somewhere
Yeah.
doing something, which is good.
I think I would like a competition there with Love
Hmm.
because I don't think I'm at the point where I would just Julian Love is our CB2 and that's it. I
Yeah,
think we should try to get a body in there, maybe a vet or maybe someone through the draft. I don't know, and just to kind of compete, give us some depth. Best man wins comes next training camp. But I think my biggest need for this team, I think it has to be edge rush, pass rush.
Oh yeah.
I th- I
Watching Chase Young yesterday,
yeah. If the
it's like, oh my god.
if the Giants can get one of those, one of Chase Young on their team, man, this defense would. I think they can jump from maybe a 10, ninth ranked defense because this year they were like around there. They could probably
Yeah.
jump to top three with they get a Chase Young type impact player on defense like that. I think that could be huge. I think you have three pretty good defensive linemen right now. Let's just assume they're back next year for the sake of it.
Mm.
You really need that guy off the edge to finish the tackles and to chase down these quarterbacks. To when they want to scramble out the pocket, you need someone off the edge flying to chase them down
Yeah.
and go, trip them up and stop. Maybe instead of a 15, 20 yard gain, maybe it's like only a 3 yard gain, and now it's 2nd and 7. Now you have another chance. So I think edge rusher is definitely something the Giants should be looking into via draft or free agency or maybe trade. I don't see trade, but one of those two.
Also, a true wide receiver one.
Yeah,
Because I mean, Shepard's really good, but
more of a two.
I don't. Yeah, for sure. I think we have like a bunch of wide receiver twos running around,
Mhm.
but we need that one true wide receiver.
Yeah, someone that can you could throw those 50-50 balls in the end zone or in tight windows and you just know they're gonna catch it. Like for example, I don't know if I don't think you watched the Packer game last night.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but I mean you watched Devontae Adams. That dude is
Yep,
that dude
Devontae
is
Adams is serious.
that dude is he's a special talent, man. I mean it's like every play double team, triple team. That guy gets open. That guy is
He's an animal.
that guy is always open. That's someone we can use on this offense. Someone that gets separation, get open, make Daniel Jones' life a little easier.
He's been consistent too for years.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's just now finally getting some long overdue respect around the league.
yeah.
How do you feel? This is a little question right now here. Who do you like more in the draft, Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase?
All right, I'm be honest with you. You put me in a very tough
Oh, I
position right now
I didn't mean to,
because
man.
you know I don't know shit about college football.
I mean, I think
I
you know a little bit, right?
I mean I know who Devontae Smith
Oh,
is.
okay, my bad, my bad.
What
You don't have to
I
answer.
wanted to I wanted to ask you, I wanted to like go through a bunch of mock drafts because I know you watch college, I know you know a good amount about college football.
Mm.
I wanted to ask you about what you think about where they have the Giants picking and who they're gonna pick
So,
because I have 4 different drafts and they all have 4 different players.
okay, so you can read it out to me. Just let's see. Because
All right,
if
so
I'm not mistaken, Giants has the 11th pick in this draft, right?
yes, 11th pick.
Okay. So what does the mock
So
draft say?
this is
Mm.
CBSSports.com.
Mm.
Please sponsor us for our first episode. Thank you.
CBS sponsors.
Yep, round one, pick 11. The Giants pick Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. What do you think about that?
I mean, we just said it. The wide receiver one is a huge need, and
Yep.
Devontae Smith
Yep.
is arguably the best one. I mean, he's gonna win the Heisman. My
Yep.
my thing though for that is I'm not sure Devontae Smith makes it to 11.
Yeah.
I think I mean it to win the Heisman as a receiver. That's kind of unheard of. I mean, that doesn't really happen.
Yeah. I don't know much about college football, but I know that shit is very, very hard.
Yeah, can I see a world where he falls to 11? Yeah, maybe. Maybe teams they worry about his lower body because if you ever watch him play, his lower body is very skinny, very very skinny, and that's for a good reason. You have concerns, You know, think about injury history. You think about longevity of his career. That could be a concern. Skinny legs, skinny frame. How many hits can he take over a course of a year? So, can I see him at 11? Maybe. If he's there at 11, I'd be happy to draft him. Just roll the dice. He's a great talent, but I'm not sure if he makes it there.
Okay. This next one I have, SBNation.com, sponsor us. Uh, with the 11th pick, the Giants select Quiddy Pay, defensive tackle out
Yeah,
of Michigan.
yeah, pay the edge rusher.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Um, I like pay, but I don't know. For the 11th pick, I don't know. I think he's more of a mid first round guy, late. I'm not. I don't really. I'm not a big fan, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. I have this one from Complex.com.
Hmm.
I don't know what the fuck Complex knows about sports.
Okay.
I only know Complex for music. I don't know what the fuck they know about sports,
Yeah.
but they have a mock draft. So,
Yeah.
with the 11th pick, the New York Giants select Jalen Waddle,
Yeah.
wide receiver.
Jalen Waddle is good, but I think that might be a little high for him.
I'm gonna be honest. We could stop talking about this list because the first line when they talk about it, he said the Giants honestly need a quarterback. So I'm
Oh
just
no, you
closing
got
this
to
out. We don't need to talk about
close
it
that
anymore.
one. I like Waddle. I think 11's a little high. I think the sweet spot for him would probably be maybe 20s, mid 20s around there. I don't think 11. I don't think I'd take him at 11. I think from the Giants, I would probably be three guys I'd be looking at. It would be Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, and maybe Gregory Rousseau, the edge rusher from Florida. Those are three guys I would be looking at. But when it comes draft time, you can't draft position. You got to draft best player, and it's way early for the mock drafts right now.
Oh yeah, without
Yeah,
doubt.
it's way too early. I mean, we talk about them, but
I mean, we can go back to this in like 4 months, and it's gonna be completely different.
yeah, exactly. Maybe Waddle's top five pick. Maybe Devontae Smith moves back. Probably won't, but
Hmm.
we'll come back to that at a different time.
And then Bleacher Report number 11, Quiddy Pay again, Michigan.
Nah, I'm not a big Hay fan.
A little too high, you
Yeah,
say. All right, I can see that.
that
Who?
for edge rushers this draft, I'm not really. I don't really like the edge rushers. Kind of a weak draft for edge guys. If the Giants want to take an edge guy, I think they should probably either the trade down or maybe look at a day two guy. If they want to address it that way. How about we talk about who's making the picks? Who,
Dave Gettleman.
Dave, do you think Dave Gettleman's on the? Is he going to be here next year?
I mean, we just talked about how this is the best Giants record
Uh huh.
in, I mean, 4 or 5 years, right?
Hmm.
So I mean, on the outside looking in, it looks like no, he's not probably not gonna get fired.
Yeah, but this
But I mean, people have been calling it for his head for years
not
now.
for nothing. The reason we haven't this is 6-10 is the best record. Dave Gettleman, he's been here 3 years. He hasn't
Yeah.
done a lot of winning. Done not a lot of winning on his record, on his resume as a Giant a GM.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really hard to fire a guy that drafted your franchise quarterback at 6
Mm-hmm.
when it was very controversial. People coming at his head, and he looked right. I mean, Dwayne Haskins is free agent right now. Definitely.
Yeah, that was insane.
Then he,
Out of nowhere.
then he,
I mean, not out of nowhere, but
yeah, just you wouldn't have predicted it back during the draft, right?
yeah, for sure.
And then he goes out and has an amazing offseason. I mean, he brought in the Leonard Williams trade we talked about a little bit. I mean, that
Blake
trade,
Martinez.
Blake Martin, the trade looks a lot better now. Blake Martinez, Pro Bowl, Bradbury, that was a steal. I mean, look at what look at what the Miami CB Byron Jones got. He got way more money than Bradbury, and
Yeah.
he's not really he did not play as good as Bradbury. He did not play good at all, really. He was up and down, Byron Jones, and he said, okay, we don't want to pay Byron Jones that money. Let's get Bradbury cheaper, better. That was a home run signing right there. Pro Bowl corner. You don't find Pro Bowl corners easy, you know.
Yep.
And I thought the draft. I thought he had a good draft too. Some of his all the other drafts weren't as good, but the 29 the 20
But last year, yeah.
this draft class was. You look up and down the draft. I mean, we had Andrew Thomas who was up and down, but I thought he finished this season strong. We
Uh huh.
talked about McKinney. We both love McKinney. We think he's a baller. He won the last game. The pick. He should have had 2 picks. You look at guys
Mm-hmm.
like look at Shane Lemieux. He became a starter. You look at Carter Coughlin. He was getting reps. He looked good. Cam Brown, guys like that. Tate Crowder looked really good this year. Um, the right tackle. Oh, I forgot his name right now. Matt Pert. Matt Pert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he looks like
Yeah.
Matt Pert looks like he could be a steal of the draft, 3rd round, 99th pick, looking like a starting right tackle for us. So I think it's kind of hard to fire a guy when he's drastically improved the team. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
I mean, you can look at what's it called? That Odell Beckham trade. I mean,
Yeah, that
we got Jabril Peppers
when that trade
and a draft
happened,
pick.
me and you were very upset,
I mean, we were at a concert. We were having a good time.
and that
And
ruined
then,
that ruined our night.
I mean, the whole audience is like, yo, they traded Odell.
Yeah,
Odell got traded. What the fuck's happening?
yeah.
Like
D-
out of nowhere.
During a
It
concert,
felt like, yep.
and then now looking at the draft, I mean, no, I'm sorry. Now looking at the trade, Giants. It was a great trade. I mean, Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, I love Jabril Peppers.
Me too. I love Jabril Peppers. I really hope the Giants. I don't know Gabe Gettleman if he's here. I hope he calls Peppers' agent. They rip up that rookie contract and get him on an extension because he
Yeah,
really,
without a doubt.
he's a real leader on the defense.
Yeah, I love Jabril Peppers.
He's just, you know, Jabril Peppers is one of those people you just want on your team because he hates losing. You know,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah, without a doubt.
those are the type of people you need on your team. People that hate losing more than they like winning. You know, and
Yeah,
that's the
you want real competitors
real
on your team.
competitor. First, I mean, he there was a time, a couple. He's finished the year. He was our best player on defense. I mean, that guy was everywhere, making tackles
Yep.
around the line of scrimmage, playing back, and deep safety. I mean, very versatile. I love Cooper Peppers. Uh, any other? Oh, one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know I'm asking you a bunch of questions, not fair, but
No, that's fine.
Jason Garrett, is he a Giant in 2021? Yes. Or no?
I mean, can you fucking can we? I mean, bro, like firing him after one season
It's yeah,
and putting Daniel Jones in another
scheme.
offensive scheme
Mm.
so quick. Like, I mean, that would be what his. I think that would be his second and third in 3 years. Then if we
Yeah,
fired
third
Jason Garrett,
Shermer, Garrett, and then coordinator
whoever
X.
we would
Yeah.
get if we fired
Mhm.
Garrett. I don't think we fire him,
Mhm.
just because I think.
Some continuity.
Yeah, I mean, some of the plays that you saw this year is just like Jesus. Like what is
If
what are you thinking?
if we're being
Right? Are
fair,
you still working for Are you still working for Dallas? Be honest.
if we're being fair, I don't think all the offensive problems was on Garrett.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: if ever catches that ball back against the Eagles the first game,
Uh huh.
that's a win right there. I mean, so many big play. I mean, how many? It's not Jason Garrett's fault that Evan Ingram can't catch a ball, and he's popping them up in its interceptions. And Daniel Jones had his struggles in the beginning of the year with the fumbles and the turnovers, and he loses Saquon first game. So I'll
Yeah,
listen. I'm very hard on Jason Garrett, but I think there is a possibility, like there's a reality where if you improve the O line a little bit and you give him a real weapon on maybe an outside or a tight end, you improve the tight end and you get Saquon back, of course. I think Jason Garrett can be a functional offensive coordinator. I don't think I'm not gonna look at this one season and say Jason Garrett's the worst offensive coordinator I've ever seen. No, I
yeah,
think it's been very tough. New year, everything going on around the world with COVID and everything. Kind of hard to get your hands on players before the season started, and then he had to deal with COVID himself. I don't know if he, I'm not sure if he got it or he was close. I think he was close contact, but I think I would I think I'd bring him back one more year and try to get him some more weapons and fix up the O line.
yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I would have to agree. I don't think you fire him just yet. It's way too quick, way too soon.
For sure. And let's finish this pod on a segment you wanted to do really badly. The re-
Oh yes,
the reason for this entire podcast is
yeah, I
because Javin wanted to talk about his
I want to talk about the 2021 Pro Bowl.
uh specifically the tight end position.
Yes, yes, I'd love to talk about the tight end.
Go ahead.
So the tight ends for the AFC, who we got Travis Kelsey, Darren Waller. Okay,
Darren Waller is a beast, man.
yep, for
I
sure.
wish I wish Evan Ingram could be Darren Waller. You see what he's
Well,
doing
it's
in the
funny that you
Raiders.
say that because when we get to the tight ends for the NFC, T.J. Hawkinson,
He's okay.
who I like him.
Yeah, he's a good.
Um,
He was taking like
he's taking really high.
was it 6 or 7? I think it was like 7 or 6 by the Lions. Yeah, he was taking really high.
Because I remember because my friend's a Lions fan,
Oh yeah.
and I laughed at him. I was like, "Ha, yo, Jeff did a tight end that high," and I mean, he's playing good. Can I say?
All right, who's the second on the
But
list?
there's some players that I thought definitely should have made the Pro Bowl over Evan fucking Ingram.
Who should have made the Pro Bowl, Evan?
Well, hold on. Let me read you Evan Ingram's stats for the season.
Mhm.
63 receptions,
Okay.
654 yards,
Okay.
10.38 yards per carry. I mean yards per
Catch.
reception. 1 TD the whole entire season.
Mm.
109 targets, 9 drops, 1 fumble, all the volleyball passes, all the interceptions. Okay. So, I did minimal research for this. I literally looked at 2 teams and was like, okay, I found 2 tight ends that are already better than Evan Ingram.
Stat wise, yeah.
And yeah, and should be in the Pro Bowl just by looking at the stats, because that's what the Pro Bowl is about. I think
It's
it's just you look at the stats and you're like, okay, these players are going to be in this game.
and popularity too. It's not.
Yeah, but who the fuck's voting for Evan Ingram?
I know Giants fans didn't.
I'm okay. So I'm looking at Logan Thomas, Washington, right?
Who had a big catch in that game, that Eagle game.
Yep, he did.
That that was a very impressive catch. He just went up and got it. That
Yeah.
was very. He was a quarterback. That
Really?
he was a quarterback. He was drafted as a quarterback. They converted him to tight end.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on, I didn't even know
Evan Ingram was drafted as a tight end. He's still a tight end. He sucks.
that. Logan Thomas had 72 receptions, right? 670 yards, 9.3 yards per reception. So, more receptions, more yards, less yards per reception. 6 TDs.
Pretty good.
That's, I mean, 6 TDs, that wins us. If Evan Ingram gets like 5 more TDs in a season, that wins us some games.
Yeah, for sure.
110 targets, 7 drops.
7 drops is a
So,
lot.
yeah, but he's getting targeted the same amount as Evan Ingram.
Catching the ball in the end zone more than him.
Yeah. And this one, which I thought was insane,
I agree with you on this one.
Robert Tonyan
On the Packers.
for Green Bay,
Yeah.
52 receptions, 586 yards. So less receptions, less yards than both of them. Averages 11.27 yards per reception. This is the big thing right here. 11 touchdowns.
Yeah.
11.
It's a lot.
I mean, fucking, I don't even think our team scored 11 touchdowns this season.
That's 11 times more touchdowns than Evan Ingram.
I mean, like, I understand that maybe they didn't put some people in because of, like, they're making the playoffs, and that's not even true because I'm looking, there are Packers players that made it into the Pro Bowl. So I mean, how does Robert Tonyan not make it over Evan Ingram?
You want to hear something funny though? I just thought of this right now.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones only threw 12 touchdowns this year. Robert Tonyan on the Packers had 11 himself.
Got 11 himself.
But listen. Those are two different things though.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Fucking Aaron Rodgers is slinging that shit.
Yeah, playing at an MVP level right now.
48 TDs.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Danica Patrick gonna have an interesting time when she get home. I don't even think they're dating anymore. I'm just making shit up.
No, I think they are.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But I mean, how does Evan Ingram make the Pro Bowl? I don't understand. Looking at his stats, because this is like end of the year stats that I'm looking at, too. I forgot when the Pro Bowl fucking things got announced. When it was December 21st. So I mean, like, I don't know how you look at Evan Ingram's stats and go, yeah, this guy should be the second tight end in the Pro Bowl. How? I don't get it.
Do you think Evan Ingram making the Pro Bowl is beneficial for the Giants, or it hurts the Giants? In the sense that maybe when it comes to contract negotiations, if they want to bring him back, he could easily say, "I was a Pro Bowler. I want to get paid X amount of dollars because I made the Pro Bowl." Or maybe in a trade, you say, "Hey, you could trade for a Pro Bowl tight end. We cough up a second round pick, maybe." What do you think?
Yeah, no, without a doubt, I think it's the first part where it's like he's gonna want more money because he's a Pro Bowl. I mean, that happens in every sport. It's like people have like
it's on his resume now.
Contract, yeah, but people get like extra money in their contract. Like they have like extra money stowed away in their contract. Like if you make like in the NBA especially, it's like, okay, if you make an All NBA team, you make like an extra like $10 million or some shit like that. I forgot what player it was last year or like 2 years ago that it happened to, but it's like, you have something on your resume to show for it, and be like, yeah, I'm a Pro Bowler, so I mean, I think I deserve more money than whatever the fuck you're giving me, like $1 million hopefully. But I mean, maybe he wants two, and that's a little much. But I mean, yeah, I think it hurts the Giants in the long run, because I think, like, okay, if we want to trade him, other teams look at him and be like, yeah, no, but I don't care that he's a Pro Bowler because he's not good.
So some of the other tight ends that made the Pro Bowl, the highest paid tight ends this year have been Kittle, who's making about 15, Kelsey's about 14, Hunter Henry about 10. So I think Evan Ingram's probably gonna want maybe a little bit more than Hunter Henry, but less than Kelsey, obviously. So that would probably put him in the 11 to 13 range. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if Evan Ingram's worth that. 11 mil a year for a tight end that is shoddy on blocking and not really reliable, doesn't have reliable hands.
That was what I was gonna say next. He's not even a tight end.
Yeah, I think about it sometimes. You think if they just ran him out as a receiver, you think he'd be better? Because you look at someone like Chase Claypool on the Steelers, who had a phenomenal year. He's really like a tight end build, like a small tight end build, but they run him out as a receiver, and he really stretches the field for them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That call he put on Sterling Shepard yesterday for that block, that might have been better than any block I've seen from Evan Ingram this season.
He got better this year, but it's he's not a good. He's a serviceable blocker, and if you're a serviceable blocker as a tight end, you better be catching more than one touchdown a year.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Evan Ingram's gonna hate me after listening to this because I know he's gonna be
listen,
listening. I know he's gonna hate me.
Evan Ingram is really talented. I feel like a lot of his issues is between the ears. I think it's more of a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think about how talented he is because he's so fast and he has so much talent. It's 4 years already and he can't figure it out, man.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about Evan Ingram long enough. I think we're at the 56-minute mark, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Think it's a good place to end it off. Any last comments? Anything?
Um, Giants had a good season. I think all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Started out 1-7,
Mm-hmm.
ended up 6-10, best record in 4 years. Defense looked good. I
One
think
thing we didn't talk about at all this entire podcast. I don't know how we didn't. Joe Judge. We have our head coach.
yeah,
We finally have our head coach since Tom Coughlin. We had McAdoo, Shermer, but now it feels like we have our head coach in Judge, and we're finally. We could safely say we have our head coach, and we're finally going in the right direction.
yeah, I agree. Joe Judge, love the guy. He seems he seems like he really wants to win the games and like he's tough on the players and shit. But it's not like in a Matt Patricia kind of sense where he's just like being an asshole, but he's like motivating people,
Mm-hmm. He.
Because that's the thing with most Belichick fucking
Mm-hmm.
coaches. They all act like Belichick, but they don't have any resume to show besides being a Belichick assistant
Mm-hmm.
coach. But I think Joe Judge is playing into it very well. I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah, I think key difference between Patricia and Joe Judge is Patricia never really connected with his players. I think that's a big thing. He just didn't see eye to eye to them for whatever reason, and a lot of his former players hated him. But I think Joe Judge is definitely connected with these guys. These guys play hard for him. They love him. They'll run through a brick wall for him, and I think Giants fans should be excited of having Joe Judge for the foreseeable future as their head coach.
Did I say Matt Patricia before? I did,
Yeah,
right? Okay, good. I thought I fucked it up
no,
completely.
Matt Patricia
Oh,
got
yeah.
fired.
But yeah, yep, he got fired. My Lions friend, fucking ecstatic.
Should be him and Adam Gase. I don't know who's worse.
It's got to be Adam Gase, right?
Yeah, I think it does. All right, so
It has to be.
we'll wrap up this pod. We finished almost at an hour exactly. Let us know if you like the pod. Maybe some feedback, some critique. Let us know. I'm Adam, and I'm joined by Javin,
Javin. Yo.
and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Probably
whatever that
next
is.
week.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
I don't got nothing to fucking do.
All right. So I'll see you guys later.
All right. See ya.